My name's Jessie, and I'm in a reading slump. What is up, you guys? My name is Jessie. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing well, and today I'm going to be talking about the books that I would like to read in the month of January. As I mentioned in the beginning of this video, I'm currently going through like a reading slump. I don't know, everything I pick up I'm just not that interested in. I feel like this is going to be the month where my TBR truly doesn't match. But I really want to read a lot of books this month, especially kicking off 2021 with a bang. So I do have quite a few books I'd like to talk about, so let's go ahead and jump into them. Alright, the first book I would like to talk about is a Netgalley Arc, and this one actually comes out in the month of March, and it is Every Last Fear by Alex Finley. And this one I'm kind of excited to get to. I feel like it's a little bit different of a thriller than I typically read. This one involves a guy who is in college, and basically his family went to Mexico on this vacation, and our main character gets notified that his family has all died, and he's very devastated. But not only has this happened, his family has been in the spotlight before because his older brother, who is locked up in prison, has been convicted of murder before. So I'm super excited about this one, and hopefully it lives up to the promise. I know a lot of people are really excited about this one. The next book I want to talk about is Playing Nice by J.P. Delaney. I have heard not a lot of things about this one, but when people do mention this book, it is very highly recommended. I think Gabby and Jacqueline have read this one, so I'm super excited to get to this one. This one involves a couple where they have like a 2 or 3 year old boy, and they suddenly find out that their son was actually switched at birth, and there's another couple that was at the same hospital the same night that have their biological son. So now it comes to the point, like, what do you do? Do you switch back, or do you stick with the son that you've raised and forget about the person that is biologically yours? So I know this one has a lot of like, what would you do in this type of situation, like type of discussion. And I like books like that keep you guessing or make you think, like, what would you do? So I'm super excited to get to this one, and hopefully it lives up to the hype. I know for the past like 2 months I've put this one in my TBR, but I swear I'm going to make it a priority. But I'm going to read The Broken Girls by Simone St. James. I don't know why I've put this one off. I think I've focused more on my reading challenges in my book club, and this one just hasn't fit any prompts, but I'm determined to get this one read. I have the audiobook from Audible, so I'm super excited to read this one. Hopefully it is everything that I've imagined. But in case you don't know what this one is about, it is about a boarding school for girls, and basically there is one girl in the past where she was murdered, and then you have present day where one girl is trying to figure out what happened to this girl. I think they're sisters or aunts or nieces, I can't remember, but she's trying to figure out exactly what happened because she doesn't believe that the boyfriend who was convicted of the murder was actually the one that did it. And this boarding school is reopening. I've heard this one is way better than the Sundown Motel, so I'm hoping for high hopes on this one. I did my most anticipated 2021 releases, and one of the books was the new Liv Constantine. I think it's called Stranger in the Mirror, and I'm so looking forward to that one. I still love The Last Mrs. Parrish by them, but the third book that they've written was The Wife Stalker, and it was just such a letdown. So I'm hoping that their second book is actually much better. This one's called The Last Time I Saw You, and I know this one has to do with like a woman's mother being murdered, and when she goes back to her hometown to, like, you know, take care of things, she kind of sees like an old friend, I think, and then she starts getting like these like really mysterious text messages. So I'm super excited about this one. It's a really short read, so hopefully I can fly through this one, but I'm hoping that this will make me fall in love with the Liv Constantine's writing. I really did enjoy The Wife Stalker for the majority of it. It's just the ending was just not that great. So I'm hoping this one has a really good twist to it. The next one is a Colleen Hoover, which shouldn't be any surprise, but I'm going to read Regretting You. This one I know is marketed like a young adult, but I've been told it doesn't read like a young adult, so I am very curious about that one. But I know this one has to do with like a mother-daughter relationship, and I think you get glimpses of the mother's past when she was falling in love, and then you get glimpses of the daughter who's falling in love, I think. I'm not 100% sure, but I've had this one on my TBR for so long that I'm really excited to read this one. Hopefully I love this one as much as all the other Colleen Hoovers. The next one that I want to talk about, I don't physically have in my possession right now. It's supposed to be delivered tomorrow, but I have They Never Learn by, I can't remember the name of the author, but obviously I'll post a photo on the screen. This one I'm excited for because everyone says it's like a female version of Dexter, which I loved Dexter back then, and I got that vibe from My Lovely Wife by Samantha Downing. So I'm hoping this one's really good. I've heard a lot of girls from my book club talk about this one, so I'm really excited to read this one. I also think this one has like a How to Get Away with Murder style, because I know it has to do at like a college campus, so hopefully those two type of TV shows in a book would be really, really good. The next one I have is Pretty Little Wife by Darby Kane. This one, I have no idea what this one is about. It says there's more than one way to end a marriage, and then on the inside it says, shouldn't a dead husband stay dead? So I know there's like a missing dead husband, which I'm excited about. I haven't really heard anything. I've heard that there's a lot of confusion towards the end, and that's about it. But other than that, I've seen a lot of like 4 and 5 star ratings on this one, so hopefully it lives up to its promise. So yeah. Next book I think I'm going to get to pretty soon, because I do have to return this to the library, but it is His and Hers by Alice Feeney. I'm not sure what this one is about, honestly. I haven't read anything by Alice Feeney. It says Anna will do almost anything for her career as a BBC news anchor. When she's asked to report on a woman's murder in Blackdown, the sleepy countryside village where she grew up, it soon becomes clear that Anna isn't just covering the story. She's at the heart of it. Then Detective Chief Inspector Jack Harper is suspicious of Anna's involvement in the case. He knows she knew the victim, and he hasn't told anyone that he knew her too. And Jack soon realizes he is a suspect in his own murder investigation. Ooh, okay. I usually don't like books that involve like detectives, but this one sounds really good. So, next one I have for January's TBR challenge. I do have to read a book that's been on my TBR for quite some time, and this one popped up, and it's Lies, Lies, Lies by Del Parks. I don't really know what this one is about either. It says after years together, the arrival of their longed for daughter Millie sealed everything in place. They're a happy little family of 3. So what if Simon drinks a bit too much sometimes? Daisy's used to it. She knows he's just letting off steam. Until one night at a party, things spiral horribly out of control, and their happy little family of 3 will never be the same again. So very vague, which I typically like, but hopefully, I don't know, something about having like that perfect family image and then something goes crazy. Those are the type of thrillers I like. And then lastly, I'm actually going to be rereading a book. So after like admitting to a few friends in my book club that I'm kind of like going through like a reading slump, a lot of people recommended like reading something that I know that I like, or rereading a book that I know I love. And I'm not big on a rereader, but I think I'm going to reread Final Girls by Riley Sager. I read this one when it first came out, and honestly, I forget a lot of the stuff that actually happens. So I know I love this one, and this was my favorite out of the 3 he wrote until Home Before Dark came out. So I'm really excited to reread this one and figure out and remember everything that happened. So I'm super excited about this one. But if you don't know what this is about, it is about like the final girl, like that one girl that gets away at the end of every like murder film. Well, it's about actual girls that got away, and they kind of like band together, and people kind of classify them as the final girls. And I think one of the girls actually goes missing. So I'm excited. Alright guys, that is everything for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Definitely let me know what you plan on reading in the month of January. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on a future video. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. It also really helps out my channel as well. Hope you guys are all doing well, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!